Hello, I'm Isaac Ostrom. I'm a licensed tile contractor from Northern California. I've been licensed since 2003, so I've seen quite a few things. Today I want to show you part 2 of installing a freestanding bathtub. So part 1 is where we roughed everything in. I'm going to go ahead and put that card up right here. Go ahead and watch that video after this one. I'm also going to put the link in the description, so just click on the description. The link to that video will be there so you can see how we roughed this in. But this is part 2. We're going to go ahead and install it. What we have here, so we got our rough in. You see, we gave the flooring contractor, this is an LVT on this floor. We gave him the subfloor template cut out. Have this red protector. You see we protect our pipe. It's got all the dirt and everything. We'll go ahead and vacuum that out. And then you take your channel locks and you wiggle this, and it's going to pop the center out so we can go in. We also have our kit here, and what's in here is our downspout. The MZ20000 has a 2-inch outlet, so to go to 1.5 inches, which is our waste pipe lines for tubs, is 1.5 inches. I had to use a reducer. I bought my own, but they do come with one. Good to know for the future. And so we will need, basically this is the setup how it's going to go. This is going to screw in to the bottom. This is the tub drain. So this is going to screw to the bottom of the tub. So the way this setup is going to go is we're going to have our drain assembly. I like to use plumber's putty. So this actually came with this little silicone gasket or rubber gasket. I don't know what it is, but you can see here it came with this, and I believe they use that in lieu of plumber's putty. I like plumber's putty a lot better. I trust it more. So we'll put a nice fat bead of plumber's putty on the drain. So that's going to go like that. And then, so this is going to go in through the top of the tub, down through the top. Here's the bottom assembly, which has this guy here, this bottom gasket. So this is, the tub's going to be sitting here. This is the bottom of the tub. This is the top of the tub. This goes on like that. And then this is going to screw onto here. Let's see. Like that. So that's our drain assembly, and that's going to go ahead. So that's our drain assembly, and again they gave us this lube for the pipe, so we're going to lube up our pipe really good, and then we're going to drop it right in to the pipe. So let's go ahead and get this set up in the tub, but that's the simple assembly. It just drops right in. Okay, so this is the drain assembly that's going to go in through the top. So I'm just going to take this part. I don't need the pop-up on there yet. Okay, so I got the drain assembly from the top. I'm just going to go ahead and push this in from the top and put the drain in from the top and just squish it in there so that the plumber's putty kind of holds it in place. I'll get a good seal there. Now I'm going to go to the bottom side, and you can see what we have here. I'm going to put the bottom gasket on there. I'm going to put the lock nut. I don't know if this is called a lock nut, but it's a nut. It's going to lock it together. We had to stick a handle in here because this is going to stop the top from turning when we screw the nut on there. We have a tub wrench, but the tub wrench didn't fit in between the spokes on the drain. So we just have, hey Ronnie, will you move your hand there? So we just took a pair of dikes, soft handle on them, just to hold that drain in place so that when we screw the nut, it won't spin. All right, does that feel pretty tight, Ronnie?
Oh yeah.
Okay, hold on a second.
So much used out.
Okay, so I got it tight on this end, and we got our plumber's putty oozing out real nice right there. Ronnie, can you go ahead and just take the bead of plumber's putty out there? So we're nice and tight. Go ahead and pull that wrench handle out. Yes, squeeze it together a little bit. There we go. So the drain top's on there. Time to put our downspout on here with this guy here. I forgot the name of these, but this basically is the seal. This basically is the seal in between this pipe and here. So tight, maybe go like maybe a quarter turn. Not too tight. That's good. So now that we got everything assembled here on the tub, it's all ready to go. Now keep in mind, if we didn't have this rough in like this, how would you ever hook this up? You would have to do it from underneath, either cut a hole in the ceiling. This is a second story. Crawl space, you know, you wouldn't be that big of a deal, but you'd still have to go under the house, which is a pain. If you're on a concrete foundation, I don't know how you would have done it. I've seen them done before where they leave a big section out and then the guy has to reach in there and hook it all up. You can try to glue from above and drop everything down, but you're really risky doing that. So this is an excellent way of doing this. So now what we got to do is pull the little protector out right here. So you just grab it.
Wiggle back and forth.
Give it a wiggle. And there it goes. So there's our opening. So there's our opening. So this pipe, once we put the lube on it, it's going to go right down into the hole. Where is the... So you can see here, I'm going to be really generous with this. Just get a nice big get this pipe really lubed up. You want it to go in there really nice without any friction because it'll bind up the rubber gasket if it doesn't have this lube on there. So lubing up the pipe is really important. Okay, so now we're ready to drop it in. Okay, so Ronnie, you get that end, I'll get this end.
Just get a dry run.
You want to go all the way up over it? Okay, how are we doing here?
So, which are going to be easier here?
We're right there. Just go down. There it goes. That's it. That's that.
And it can still be moved.
Okay, so once you get the tub in place, you want to make sure that you fill it up with water, test the drain and everything before it starts getting used. So we're going to have to hook up the tub filler. We already roughed in. I didn't make a video on installing the rough in for the Delta tub filler. Maybe that'll make a good video. But anyways, we're going to trim it out. There's this little foam gasket that goes on the bottom. Rough in's already in. These are real simple. We turn the water off. You got to turn the water off. We put some grease on the O-rings here. There's still a little water in here. Get those out. And then this just slides in like this. Right, is that right? That's right, isn't it? Just like that. Here we go with the washer. Washer and a nut. Just going to tighten these babies down. Okay, that locks in there. That baby is in there. I got the tub filler. Let's get a little more grease running. All your O-rings, make sure you get some lube on there. And these setups are very critical. This isn't just something we threw in there. All the rough ends had to be planned out. This actually, tub filler's at an angle to follow the angle, the curve of the tub. We went over everything extensively with the homeowner. This is not something you want to get wrong. One thing to note too is with these tub fillers, even though the tub spout is hanging out over the inside of the tub, some of these want to have a little spray that goes down this way. So I always want like 2 to 3 inches between the filler and the tub, just to account for any spray that comes back this way. Because we've actually had to redo these, and it was hanging over the tub like this far, but it just had a little bit of water that splattered out, and the homeowner didn't like it. So we always err on going inside. And these hoses have 2 ends. You'll see one just has the nut on it, one has the tapered. The nice tapered finish always goes on the wand side. So this is the same for a shower setup where you got a hand shower. There's 2 ends, and make sure, and these are just hand tight. They got a rubber washer. Don't crank them down or they'll leak. This one here will get hand tight, and then maybe just a 1/4 turn pass snug on this, something like that. Okay, so Ronnie, let's turn the water back on. Let's see if this will work. Okay, so we got the water turned back on. Let's see what happens here. How do you work these, Ronnie? Oh, forward. Woo. It actually works really nice. It's the water, there's actually no spray in this one, which is nice. The water's pouring straight down right into our drain where we were aiming before. Nope. Oh, shit.
Turn it back on.
So we had a leak right here when I turned the diverter on. So we got water coming out right there. So I need to figure out what happened. Either the washer got bunched up or I didn't tighten it enough. Let's see. The rubber washer's good. I just didn't tighten it enough. So I'm snug there, so I'm going to give it a couple good turns. And let's see if that fixed it. That's why it's important to always check your connections. There's, you know, you never want to hook something like this up and not test it, and then have the homeowner come and do that and go, hey guy, you know, call you in the... Okay, here we go. Let's try that diverter again. So that fixed it. Yep, I just didn't have it down tight enough, so that's important. I did hand tight and then I probably did about 3 turns. So this one's a little bit different than this one. This one was just hand tight. I didn't even use a wrench, obviously. There's no place to stick a wrench, but this one, I definitely did a couple turns past tight. You don't want to go too tight, but again, test everything. That's why I'm testing this right now. Okay, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. We got it sitting with water. There's no leaks so far. I hope you enjoyed the video. You guys, hey, here's the tip for the day. Make a gratitude list. It can make a big difference. A way to start your day when you wake up, have your coffee, think of 5 things that you're grateful for. It'll change your whole attitude for the day. That's my tile coach tip. I love you. I love being your tile coach. We'll see you on the next video.